Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Sawyer. My name is Yuduak Eshe. My research topic is about how domestic violence affects children's mental health. The purpose of this research is one, to know the data surrounding this claim, and to find out how domestic violence affects children that are exposed to these violent episodes from in utero, that's pregnancy stage, to teenage age or of those children. Also, we intend to find out the effect of these abusive episodes on their mental health from the time the child is in the mother's womb up until adolescent age, and the general impact of these negative experiences on their mental health even during adulthood. Additionally, the rationale of this test is to research is to figure out if these abusive episodes is affecting the victims even in their adulthood, to the point of causing them other health impairments such as depression, anxiety, or cause them to develop behavioral problems that might lead to becoming perpetrators of domestic violence themselves. Thesis. The thesis of my research, the thesis statement of this project is that domestic violence affects children's mental health because research on children and adults who have been exposed to domestic violence in one way or the other in their lifetime are reported to showing similar symptoms of mental health issues. Individuals that were randomly sampled and tested confirmed the same to be their experiences due to the exposure to domestic violence during their childhood. Hypothesis. Domestic violence in relationships with children will result in the kids experiencing more mental health problems if appropriate steps are not taken to fix the situation on time. No hypothesis. There is no relationship between domestic violence in relationships with children and mental health problems. That's my thought. Objective. The specific factor that is intended to learn from this research topic effect of domestic violence in children is to figure out if indeed domestic violence affects children, starting from the period of the mother, the period of life in the mother's their conception up till their teenage or adolescent age, to find out what aspects of their lives are affected in terms of mental health issues. Another thing we intend to find out is what age bracket seems to take the most hit during these abusive episodes. In the process, the intention is to figure out what kind of mental health issues are prevalent in the genders and age groups. Finally, the research is to bring awareness to the if, effect, the awareness and the effects to of this domestic violence on children. We need to bring the awareness, let people know what's going on. Their mothers and other members of the household who are exposed to these episodes, and the psychological need that should be sought for, and the validity of and the availability of help to all victims. In other words, we want to know if it's affecting only children or everybody in the family, and we intend to expose them to let them know that there are psychological help out there. Assessment tools used. The self-assessment tools that I use for this for the participants includes social media / WhatsApp, phone calls, text messages. That is because we did not have a lot of time. We did this within a very short frame of time. I would have loved to do more research, even to send out something like Survey Monkey and all of that, but we don't have. The time is limited, so we had to use what we have available. Validity and reliability of this assessment. The validity and reliability of this assessment is questionable, in the sense that very few subjects were reached. Were reached for this assessment. Very few unbalanced gender. That means we were not able to reach a lot of different genders, like a certain number of men or female or adolescents. We couldn't reach those people. So, and ethnicity, due to lack of time to explore other cultures and ethnicity. We had the limitation of time. And then the result the graph shows that graph, mean, median, and the mode shows actually to retract we use the number of subjects we use were about I believe 14, and 12 came back valid, and the mean is 2, median mode is also 2. So mean is actually 2.50 actually. That's the mean. And everything is all here. I'm going to be turning it in. The result, even the everything is all here. In this PowerPoint, I can't really explain it much. That's very tiny words. I don't want to say what is. I can't see well with that. Based on the results of my survey, using the data I collected, there is a correlation in parents who experience domestic violence and their kids have mental health problems. I also discovered that a lot of those people did not that experience these abusive issues did not have access to psychological help, and we intend to educate a lot more people on that. We had to educate our subjects, and the group that this thing affected most were the adolescents, because it affected everybody from like pregnancy, because they were exposed to risk of getting killed. If the mother gets killed, they will get killed too. The school age, preschool and school age were affected in the sense that they will have issues, behavior problems at school. The research showed that, and the adolescents were hit mostly uh, on things like depression and behavioral problems that could, destroy their future relationships. So, in our conclusion, we could, although we don't have a lot of um, a lot more data that we would love to have, I conclude that if more research, based on what we have here, if more research is done and we have all the tools we need, there's a very big chance that mental health affects people from pregnancy stage while they are in the womb up till even adulthood. That's about it.